Exclusively on ESPN Plus, UFC 313, Saturday. Reigning light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira defends his title against number one contender Magomed Ankalaev, and an explosive lightweight bout between Justin Gaethje and Rafael Pazzi. UFC 313, Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Buy it on ESPNPlus.com/PPV.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. From your morning podcast to your afternoon playlist, State Farm knows you personalize your entire day. And that's why State Farm helps you personalize your insurance with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It offers coverage options that help protect what you care about most at an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
What they achieve and how did they get there and what obstacles they have to overcome. Hello, I'm your host, Les Bubka. Welcome to Anxious Black Belt, a podcast that focuses on karate, mental health, and everything in between. If you enjoy our content and would like to support us, best way to do that is to listen to another episode, share with your friends, and leave us a review. All this stuff helps the mysterious algorithm to introduce our podcast to new audience. Thank you for joining me, and let's listen to the episode. Welcome to Friday. It meant to be an interview, but it is not, as you clearly see. Life thrown a spanner into the works, and unfortunately nobody was able to have a chat with me. But I hope you compensate you next week. We've got 4 interviews with book authors, great martial artists, and some world champions. So I'm really excited for that next week. People who I never spoke before. That's always exciting to learn new stories and new things. Going to be a couple of catch-ups with people I talk with. There will be people from across the world, so other side of the planet, doing similar things to what we do. So karate, looking at their take on it and learning new stories. I really enjoy those stories when people tell me their journey, how they end up in martial arts, what they do now, and what's the future going to hold for them. I think this is the best part of the podcast. I love listening people's stories. No matter if it's my class for elderly, they always got something interesting to say, or is it the internet interaction where I can learn people's stories. There's something magical in the stories and what we're all going through. Everybody's got their own unique take and circumstances, and just learning about those, it's something really interesting for me. And as well with the books, the type of the books that I enjoy the most is the autobiographies or biographies of people and their journey through the life and what they achieve and how did they get there and what obstacles they have to overcome. For me, one of the obstacles that I've been overcoming last week is things falling out of the order. I'm a bit more flexible now in my old age. When I was younger, I used to get really, really upset with people not playing out as I planned them. And one of those most annoying things is being on time. I love to be on time. I hate being late. This is one of the worst things that can happen to me, being late. Don't know why, because most of the people are a little bit late. You got even that statement, fashionably late. So it's in good taste sometimes to be late. I'm completely opposite. I'd rather be much earlier, wait, make sure that I'm not late. I think that comes from my dad. He used to be like that, and I suppose he's kind of behavior rubbed on me. My son is completely opposite. He doesn't rush anywhere, which I envy him Sometimes because he's always chilled and seems to be much less stressed than I am. Because of that wherever we're going, I want to be there on time. But like I said, through the years, I'm getting much more relaxed about it, and the pressure is going away. I'm a bit more cool and stuff. But this week, planned few interviews, but partly on my side, partly on the other people's part. Life stepped in and said, "No, you're not doing anything." So my wife was away for work. And obviously, everything with kids went wrong, including their being back from swimming late for half an hour. That kind of cascaded the lateness everywhere for the clubs and their activities. And, putting them to bed, not as predicted, late, getting up from the bed late. So, very frustrating week, but it's nearly end of it and we're going through it. Everything's going back to normal now. You just have to accept that the bumps in life gonna be happening. But in terms of coaching and running your club, this is something that I learned is very impactful or on your students. And if you set the plan and you announce this plan to your members, and you've got the members that might be autistic or on autistic spectrum, this is going to have a huge implication on their behavior. Because one of the traits for autistic people is that being stuck in the structure. They love structure, and every disturbances of it or changes, it really upsetting for them. We learned that with Danny and a few other people in the club, that if I create a plan for training, let's say we're gonna do kicks today, and then I would come in and said, okay, I'm not feeling like it. We're just gonna do punching. Their approach drastically changes. They're getting unsettled. They're getting frustrated. They're getting stressed because this is not compared. I can't say the word properly, so I'm gonna save you my butchering it. They're putting everything in compartments, and if you switch that off up, they really feel uncomfortable, and the whole of the training might be ruined because of one change you made. So now when I plan the session, I make sure that I try to incorporate all the possibilities of change. So when I announce something on my group, I say we're gonna do this and this and this. I'm sticking to it and doing it. Even if I don't feel like it, I know that we should read the group, and if the group is uh, not fit for the type of exercises that I plan to do, I am trying to do something very, very similar that can fit with both the groups, the kind of people on the autistic spectrum and the people who are not. And so we got a happy medium. Obviously, it is much easier to explain to the group who is not on the autistic spectrum or is not so far on the autistic spectrum, I should say. And it's easier to reason with them, where when you've got somebody who is very deep in their world, it might be very difficult to get them to accept the change. But we just have to work around it, chat through it, and even the sending the message, couple hours earlier, hey, something happened and there will be a slight change, it might help them settle in. If you put the rapid change on them and don't give them a time to process it and get used to it, you might have a very difficult session depending on the amount of people that you have. But there is hope. Danny is with us for 10 years and he's getting much more flexible. He learned that karate is unpredictable. Dynamics of a sparring help him to realize that life is unpredictable, change is going to happen. And I try to use the analogy of fighting to life. So we've been spending some time with Danny explaining that, as in sparring, the things unpredictable going to happen. You might be punched here, you might be punched in the stomach, you might be kicked, you might be thrown, you might end up on the floor. You cannot predict where the fight's going to be. You can do the best to mitigate it with from your side, but your partner is like a personification of life, where you will be not able to predict what's going to happen. And I think this is working quite well. We see that Danny is coping much better. He now got a job. He's volunteering. He's doing things that he 10 years ago would never do. And I'm believe that it is supported by martial arts. That his parents saying the same thing. They firm believers that the martial arts help him to be more outgoing, find the challenges, and try new things, and be more adaptable to the changes in his environment and the situations. Right, and I'm sure that it is due to unpredictability of martial arts, because you've got both a structure, so we're going through the program, we know what to expect, but then on each session you've got the sparring, which is total chaos, unpredictability within the certain rules, right? So you can see, okay, we've got the rules, this is the brackets we can operate in, but everything within those brackets, it's a mess, right? I don't know what my partner is gonna do. And through the years, I think it helped him to see the life as a bracket. This is the rules we're doing. I'm going to work. I'm going to volunteer. That's how people behave. But within those brackets, there are going to be variations where human behavior going to be different. The life's going to throw things at you, and unpredictability going to happen. And I think that is helping him. We've got now another autistic student joining us, and I see the very similar behavior. Um, they are both highly functional autistic people, so I think it's going to be quite easy. I'm not sure how that would be implemented in people with more severe autism. So if you've got an experience with that, drop me a message. I would love to learn more. And yeah, tell me how you deal with the unpredictability. As I'm aging, I'm getting better at it, but yeah, it's still a struggle. I don't like um, to be late. I don't like things unpredicted happened. I'm enjoying the things if they're happening and they're positive for me. So I meet somebody in a town, let's say, I haven't seen them for a long time. We have a nice chat, go for coffee and stuff like that. So it depends on your functionality and openness, I suppose. I think life is good for me, so I have less stress, but I can imagine that people who are not as fortunate might be stressed by it, especially when the financial things happened. That was one of the parts of a last week as well. Few unexpected bills jump on me, unexpected because I didn't pay attention, so I'm not blaming anybody, purely my fault, but nonetheless frustrating and annoying. But it's all sorted, all done, back to normal, and being happy and looking forward. One of other things I'm going to mention, we're going to have an in-depth podcast soon about the Karate for Mental Health Toolbox course. This Sunday there will be a free ebook released, and you can grab that, see what the course is about, implement it in your dojo. So it's a Karate for Mental Health action plan for your dojo, where you can go step by step and see what you could improve within your dojo to make it more mental health friendly, and take actions to make sure that your students have the care they deserve. And from that, next week, we're going to have a release of our course. It's not going to be super expensive. It's going to be affordable for all the dojo owners and also students. There are going to be a lot of information in there supporting the students as well. And, we are as a group in a dojo. So if instructors and students are on board with the mental health, it's just making more pleasurable place to be, and everybody's taking care of each other, and we've got a group that support each other, that's creating a very good environment for people to thrive. So that's kind of going next week, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope that you guys gonna be enjoying it as well. There's quite a few people already sign up for a release, and yeah, there's gonna be next week the episode about it with a discount links and stuff like that. So if you up for it, then check this out. Well done for listening to all of it. You are a superhero. Thank you very much for your support. And if you could leave us that review on a podcast platform, that would be amazing. I appreciate your time, appreciate your support, and I wish you all the best until the next one.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.